Hello Flosstube friends, Lisa here at Shady Tree Stitches, coming to you on this, I'm going to check the date, this Wednesday the 21st of February 2024. I have got that date so wrong in the last few days, but that's okay. I've got it right for you today. This is a video about cross stitch, so if you're into cross stitch, you're in the right place. If you're not into cross stitch, then scroll on by. And if you're one of my regular people, I appreciate you coming back very much, and I hope if you like what you see, you'll like, and if you're new, you'll subscribe. That way you get notified of what's happening, and it talks to the talks to the YouTube algorithms about you know, what people like and what people who like watching me like, so that they can recommend to you other videos that are on a similar vein. So that's why it's important to do the like and subscribe. All right, people. I am jumping in here. It's been a week and a half since I saw you, coming a bit early rather than my 2-weekly schedule, because tomorrow I'm off on a stitching road trip up to the Mirabilia retreat up in Queensland, in Brisbane. So there will be a special, you know, road trip episodes about the way up there and at the retreat. So you can expect to see a few more videos from me in the next week. But for today, it's a regular Flosstube recap. But my goodness, it's not a regular Flosstube. So let's start with the whips. I have done about 2,800 stitches since I've seen you, which is not a lot, but I have been working full time, filling in at school, and doing a whole bunch of things. So when I last saw you guys, I was still working on Macintosh Mill, and I had a goal. This is Macintosh Mill, in case you don't know, it's by Dimensions, Charles Sockie. And I had a goal to work on it for my whip go, and I needed to do 1,000 stitches on it. This is where it's at now, and I'll see if I'm holding this the right side to put where it was before. You can see that I basically have got all of this part of the building across, and that puts it away. It's one of my focus whip goes, so it's going to come out at least another 2 times. But I'm very excited, because if you look at that picture, you can see that I'm at the end of this house here. Basically 1/3 of the way there. Woot woot. So maybe later in the year this could actually head towards wanting a finish, but at the moment it's going to go away, and it's going to just go and sit in the land of wait for whip go to call me. But that is exciting. Also for my whip go, I was working on my Angel Lion and Lamb, which is my beautiful full coverage Haid gifted to me by the lovely Michelle. Not one everyone's Haid, my friend, my outsider in Paddock Lane designed Michelle. So I was working on my Angel Lion Lamb, and this one was called for this month and also from January, I think. So I had to do, oh no, that was Macintosh Mill. I had to do 2,000. Angel Lion and Lamb, I had to do 1,000 on. And I'm very pleased to say that I successfully achieved my 1,000 stitches in that corner. Basically just filling stuff in, getting that corner more full. Again, hopefully I'll have it the right way that I can put picture in a picture. If not, you'll get a screenshot and see what it looks like comparatively. I do like the comparisons. Do you? Let me know. Comment below if you like the comparisons, if you like seeing the before and after at the same time, because if you don't like them, then I can save editing time, not do them. But I really like them. I think it really shows, you know, what 1,000 stitches on a full coverage looks like. So that was my whip go. So I'm now up to date with whip go. January, February, done. Love kicking over my goals. We know I love my goals. So then I was working on my Notions box. My Notions box is a piece that I've designed for the Whip Warriors road trip, or Whip Warriors group, as a reward for the group, that as you go throughout the year, you're going to earn different threads that you can do different things with. So I was able to stitch my January thread in. It was pink. See, there's a lovely black coming through there, but anyway, pink. So that bobbin. So that's how this whole idea started. Was I thought, well, if everyone can do their minimum stitches each month, they can color in each of these bobbin boxes. So the color for January was pink. The color for February obviously hasn't been released yet, but I will easily make it. It's only 3 threads. So it's pretty easy. So we try and work on a scenario of being about 1,500 stitches a month, or 15 hours in a month as the minimum to get it done. So I was also able to do my decorating because I own the right to do that. And I also have previously done my scissors and my needle threader, but if you look closely, I was able to add the thread that went around it and the gold bits. I've earned 3 buttons. I've earned a few more now, but I had earned 3 buttons, so I sewed them on, 2 pinks and an orange. And I also earned myself the Pretty Lady needle minder at Victoria House in the road trip. So these needle minders at the moment are exclusive to the road trip people. But don't worry, main people, there will be some options for you too. So I've decided to stick that one there because it fitted. Might be a bit hard for some of the other people to know where they fit, but as a designer, I know where they can fit. So I didn't earn the one from the Krill Goblet, which was the sample one, so I don't get to put it on my picture. And that's the way it works. And I've also decided to colour in the whole front of my box in black. So I'm taking a bit of time and filling that in. So that was exciting. So I did quite a few stitches on my Notions box. About 600 or 700, which is pretty good. And then the other one that I have started working on is, I came back to my Fairy Tale Village. Now, Fairy Tale Village, I have a picture here somewhere to show you what it's meant to look like. Remember, this is the one that's huge by Abris Arts, and I'm in the middle. And I was working on filling in all this part here, greenery, trees and things. And then I filled in a few bits in this house. So enjoying it. This one's one of my focus pieces for the Daily 30, so it's going to get loved all year. And I've done it said I did about 300, 400 stitches on it. That's possibly all I did at the moment, but I will keep plodding away at that. I did have 2 no stitch days in the last week, which is really shown by my my lack of stitching, and that's just the way life goes sometimes. Plus I've been madly doing my job of adminning the road trip for the Whip Warriors Great Aussie Road Trip, and I'm pleased to say that we are very, very near to the end of leg 1. Leg 1 was a short leg that took us from Sydney to the Blue Mountains, down the south coast to Canberra, capital city of Australia. And we've had lots of people who have been going around the 400 and something roundabouts that there are in Canberra, and also going on the Centenary hike. So those people are busy doing those things, but nearly everyone's checked in now. So leg 2 will be released. Well, I can tell you anyway, because by the time you see this, it'll be released. It's getting released tonight. So I'm looking forward to starting that. So I had to get started and get lots of work done, checking everyone in and giving out all the badges and everything for that. All right, so let's move to haul, because that's what I've called this, all the haul. Oh my goodness, have I got some haul for you. And it's very varied haul, but super exciting all nonetheless. So I need to pull it out. A few things. I like to look on Amazon, Temu, see what I can find. I like doing my metallic threads in a sewing thread. So I bought these spools of silver and gold. So we'll see how they go. But they are some metallic sewing threads to help with my metallicness. So that I got. The other thing that I've got is, and I'm sure I showed you these last time, the new line in my Paddock Lane design, sorry it's jumping in the shop a bit, but is these acrylic needle floss drops. So I have those ones, and I have these little, I'll probably just hold one up for you, little round ones, which I think are super cute. I really like these ones. And then I also tried a different type, because I'm always interested to see what they are. And these are little square ones. Put your hole there, and you've got big hole, little hole, and a slot there for putting your label in, I think. So that's 3 different types of plain acrylic needle minders now that I have got available. I just have to get time to put them up on the site. Also beautiful, yummy, delicious silks for you, for my 2 new patterns. So now I can get Michelle to kit them up. So we've got pink for the Raining Love pattern, and the beautiful rainbow color for the Easter egg, which you can see he's still sitting over there. So I'm very excited to have those come through. So I also got, it's stinking on my lap, so I've got to dig down and find it. I also got some more threads. My thread of the month came from Stitch in Time, and so we've got my classic Colourworks. It's a very autumnal palette in the letter S's, so I'm getting towards the bottom of that one too. Letter S's for them. I've got my Weeks Die Works in Peas, so there's a few more of them to come. And this is my last pack for my Gentle Arts, so this is the W's. So I've now finished collecting the Gentle Arts, so I should have the whole set somewhere if I haven't lost them. Also heard on one of the Zooms that I'm in about Royal Threads. And Royal Threads are a cotton thread that is an imitation of DMC, but again, it's about half the price. So not as cheap as the CXC, but these are a pure cotton and they're about half the price of the DMC in Australia. So I bought a whole bunch of what I needed to kit up my early numbers to try these out, because the CXC don't come in these numbers. And I must say, I'm very, very happy with them. So they do definitely feel like cotton, you know, good quality. So yeah, if you're interested in saving some money, I recommend jumping on AliExpress for Royal embroidery threads. Okay, but that's not my exciting haul, guys. That's all the boring haul. We've got exciting haul, super exciting haul. Let's start with the long awaited fabric from the Patreon from Fox and Rabbit. Well, I must say, it's been a little wait, but geez, it's worth it. So I now have got a beautiful 4 pieces of Fox and Rabbit in 32 and 36 count from their regular range, I believe. Ocean Air in 36, Eureka in 36, and this one I'm super excited for. The reason I'm getting these is so that I can start to do some of my samplers on their fabric, because I don't want to be dyeing fabric for overseas. My whole point of my business is to make, you know, cross stitch affordable and available to Australians. And although I'm very much happy to sell to anyone anywhere in the world, my focus is on providing for the Australian market. So I want to have some things that are available for Australia. So I have a color very similar to this, but I'm going to stitch my model on this one so that people overseas can stitch it. And Eureka is such an apt name, because the model stitch I'm doing, the sampler, is all about the gold rush period. It's meant to be, isn't it? Then I've got their lovely flannel flower, which has some nice mottling on it in 32 count, and paper bark in 32 count. So super excited to have finally got some of that fabric. It's just impossible to get in Australia. So that's why I joined their Patreon, to get the fabric, and I'm so glad that they have delivered, and it's so beautifully. And then I got an order from the Stitches Merchant up in Glen Innes. So came with a beautiful Stitches Merchant Flosstube and a very nice thank you card. So I actually got, this is a collaboration between Homespun Needlework, Colorado Cross Stitcher, and Stitches Merchant, and it's the Charlotte Warrington Bapsel. I mentioned it to you guys last week. I couldn't remember the name. Here she is, Charlotte Warrington. She's huge. She's so huge, but she's so beautiful. I'm really going to enjoy having this as a traditional sampler to work through. 24-month sale, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it on the 29th of February. It's meant to start on the 1st of March, but I'm starting on the leap day, because that way it's my leap day start, and that way if I don't get it done in the 24 months, I've got the 4 years as a next goal, which I think is pretty exciting. Now, gorgeousness, I went DMC. Look at those colors. Look at that beautiful palette. And this glorious piece of thread, which is hog's bristle. I got in 36 count from Fox and Rabbit. So beautiful, beautiful colors. Sorry about the light. So really looking forward to stitching that. I thought about maybe changing to the weeks for the grass, but I think I'll just be leaving it as the DMC. And I was also super excited to see it came with this beautiful little leather tray, because these little trays are also something that I've started stocking in my shop, and they just make a really good little stitching place for your table. So it was really cool to see that someone else has got the same idea. And these guys, a little bit fancier, they printed on theirs, but I will have these available in my shop as soon as I get them up. I've got a couple of different styles. You can see I've got one over here, which is next to my stitching spot, a little round one. So it's really good. It holds all my bits, my little snacks and my pan, and a little egg sitting there looking pretty. So look for them in the Paddock Lane shop come early March too, once I finished all this traveling I'm about to do. So guys, that is all the haul. I mean, is that just not amazing? I am so thrilled to have those new additions to my stitching life. So that then brings me to plans. What are my plans? Well, as I said, in the short term, my plan is to go up to Brisbane for the retreat. Now, the retreat is hosting the very extremely talented designer of Nora Corbett. So I'm just digging some things out from further down my lap. And the lovely Nora Corbett has designed an exclusive design for a special design for our retreat. And we were given the heads up on the color palette. We don't know what it is officially, although I have a fairly good inkling. And so I have been trying to decide, what do I want to stitch take with me to stitch, and I'll probably end up taking all of these up with me. But I have got a bunch of different 32 counts that I want to show you that I think might suit. Yeah. So as I said, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but when I show you the color palette, you'll get a feel. I can't fit them all in one hand, but I've got this nice little collection from just my regular blues to my purples, bubblegum. I mean, you know, this piece, bubblegum is always unique, right? My bubblegum is always like pink, blue, green, yellow. But, you know, lots of movement in the colors. So I don't know. I can't decide till I see the pattern. But I'm going to take, and even some of my grays up with me. Now, it's charted for some Karen water lilies, some of those really fancy ones, and we were only told about it on Monday, and I'm leaving tomorrow, Thursday, to go. So I did not have any time to go and source those threads, and you know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't tend to have a mountain of fancy floss. Well, I do, but different stuff, not Karen water lilies. So I went looking and found some cottage gardens that are in the same genre, and a Silks for You. So I'm going to take these up with me in case I decide I want to start the piece while I'm up there. So some beautiful cottage garden threads and a lovely Silks for You that I think are going to be very complementary. So it's a bit hard to tell what it is yet, but I'm really excited to have got some stuff to take, and you know, now I've just got to take all this and decide what's going to be the perfect fit. So that is one of my plans for going up there, and if I like the pattern, I will be starting it, because I like to start things at the retreat pattern, a retreat if I can, and that means I'll have to do some other juggling down the track, but that's okay, I can do that. Also, while I'm up at the retreat, I am going to, oh, I've lost the picture. I'm going to be working on my current Mirabilia, which is Savannah's Curtsy. So I'm looking forward to taking her up and working on her up there, because being a designer retreat, you want to work on a piece that is from the designer. And the other one that I'm going to take to work on while I am going through is probably the catching up my sale of the bedroom sale, stitch count sale, because I haven't done January yet and we're nearly at the end of February. So that's my short-term plans. My long-term plans involve when I get home, finishing off whatever I need to on the Fairy Tale Village. I need to do a whole block of Hawk Run Hollow. So I have done this one, and this one. And then this one up here, but I've done it there. So I need to either do that one or this one. I don't know. Either way, I'm stuck doing something big. So we'll see when I get home. You have to wait and see. And I also have got some prompts in this month that I need to work on this one for. All Hallows Eve by Joan Elliott. So that, my friends, is my plans. All right, I'm going to leave you with all that now, so that I can get this underway, and I can finish going and packing, getting everything together I need to do, finish getting my orders together from this week's Paddock Lane Designs orders, which are, I've managed to get a bolt of 28 count even weave this week, and so I am able to get that out. So all those orders will be in the mail tomorrow, so that's really exciting. All right, friends, until I see you tomorrow, happy stitching.